Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review to you episode 2 of the season 2 premiere smash called The Fallout. So I just want to say right now, I really love this episode. I thought it was really great, really shows how great this season is going to be. But let's get to the episode. The episode was basically about, this episode's kind of about moving on, I think, trying to move on to better things, because as we saw in the last episode, Derek asked, what is that, and Karen said it was new. We see in the very beginning of the episode, Derek gets fired. But I'm going to talk about that a little later. But the main plot of this episode was Karen trying to get this new show to happen, basically. She wants Jimmy and Kyle to be big stars. She thinks it's going to be a great show, and she really loves it. But the thing is, Kyle wants her to do it, but Jimmy really doesn't want to do it. He wants to keep this private. He doesn't really want to do much with this show. I really feel like this definitely ends my theory of all men on Smash are douchebags unless they're gay. That's not true anymore, because Jimmy really isn't a douchebag. I think he really is very nervous about this and wants to keep things private. And I kind of feel like maybe he was doing kind of like what they do at Ellen Stardust Diner, you know, just trying to do doing what Karen did too. You know, just waiting tables and things like that. I think he might have not expected it. It might be coming as a shock to him, and this is how he's dealing with it. So I don't really think he's a douchebag. He's not a bad person. But I do feel like he's very much not taking it well. So what ends up happening is Karen wants these songs to be a big hit, so she talks to Derek basically, and we find out that Derek has just been fired from his job because he has been accused of sexual relations with someone from a past show, and we saw that person, and we don't know if this is for Ivy or Rebecca Duvall, but basically he then sees a dream sequence of all the women he's ever met for his shows, basically singing to him. And this was a little weird, but I liked how it incorporated another song. Again, they're trying to have a lot of songs in this show, in this season, I think, and they definitely did well with that. But basically, then what happened is she invites Jimmy and Kyle to a party, and she ends up singing their song, and Jimmy's like, you stole my song! And Kyle basically says how she's trying to make it a big hit and everything. And I really love the song that she sang. I'm not going to listen to the Smash songs right now, but this, you know, the song was Caught in the Storm. Really loved it. Their show's kind of like a Rent type of show. You know, things like Rent or Rock of Ages or American Idiot or, you know, those kind of rock musicals. So it's a little bit different for her. And in the end, what ends up happening is I really love the whole thing where Jimmy's like, well, I come up with all the ideas. You're the one that's just there doing nothing. And Kyle basically says, how do you never say that to me? I really love that scene because it really shows how these two are best friends. Really showed how these two are going to really, I think we're really going to see more of these two. They are really best friends who are trying to pitch this musical. And really, I think it's just making them go nuts and hating each other. And in the end, Jimmy actually lets Karen use his flash drive. And he says he's only trusting her with it because because she is a professional. That's the only reason he's trusting her with it. In the meantime, while this whole thing is going on, Julia and Tom are having some problems right now. Julia is in a very deep depression, I think, because, you know, she just broke up with her husband, and, you know, she's still trying to get over the Michael Swift thing, and Tom basically is trying to get her to find better things, get this musical to work, and they even tell him to find a new writing partner, but he tries to help her, and in the end, she comes up with a great idea to have Ivy sing one of their songs, They Just Keep Moving the Line, which I definitely think everyone said that was the big highlight of this episode. I agree, that was the highlight of this episode. It was an amazing song. But basically what we got was the song. It's only a 2-minute song. But I really did love it. I can't wait to get the Smash soundtrack when it comes out, the Bombshell soundtrack when it comes out. I really can't wait to get it, because I think it's going to be really great. And it comes out, by the way, just to tell you, this isn't really important right now, but it comes out February 12th. So it's going to be coming out next week, next Tuesday, so I can't wait for that. But the other thing that is going on is Ivy right now. Ivy really also is trying to move on with everything. She is trying to figure out what's out there for her, and she kind of realizes that she doesn't want to be a part of Bombshell anymore. She goes to Derek. Derek says she sees Karen, and she ends up leaving, basically, and that's how the episode ended, with her leaving. And a lot of people are saying you feel bad for Ivy. I think Ivy really, in this episode, she moved on. She's moving on, and really, I really loved the episode. I loved everything about it. I thought all the plots were really great. Really loving Jeremy Jordan and whatever the guy's name is that plays Kyle. They're really great in this show. I'm really loving Krista Rodriguez's character too. She kind of seems to be like the comic relief. We see that she has a boyfriend basically, and it looks like she's gonna try to help out Karen and everything. So I like that we saw more of Krista Rodriguez's character in this episode. She seems like she's gonna be a very supportive friend to Karen. And now we're gonna talk about the thing I want to talk about the most. That amazing promo. That promo for the rest of the season. Amazing. I watched it over and over. It was great. First of all, I love the song that they sang in the beginning, Public Relations. I can't wait to hear the rest of that song. I also loved, it really shows how different the two shows are. We're going to see that Karen really is going to try to push both shows, and Derek is going to try to help these two till they can go to Broadway. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see Derek without Bombshell for a while, because as we know now he's fired. He has to move on with better things. The other thing that we saw in this promo was the difference between the two shows. The one show's, you know, very Broadway, and the other one's very, like, modern and contemporary. And we also saw, the amazing thing was we saw a lot of cameos. In this episode, we saw Harvey Fierstein, but in the next few episodes, we're going to get Jesse L. Martin, Nikki Blonsky, Liza Minnelli, Sean Hayes. That was the one we saw. We saw Sean Hayes, and it looks like Ivy is going to move on to another show. This is just going to be an amazing season, and I really, really, really love what they've done with this, because they had taken a show that was on the edge of completely getting soap opera-ish and turning it into something that is so great that the whole family can watch. This is a show now that I think it's going to be it's going to be being up a show that the whole family can watch, I think. Sorry, I got an itch. But, really, really love this, because, as I said, I liked the first season, but it became too soap opera-ish in the end of it. And I like that now each plot is revolving around the show itself. It doesn't have to do with anything else. So, I really like that. Also loved, that we're going to have a lot of new songs in this, a lot of original songs. No more of those pop covers. We're done. They're over with. I'm glad about that, because those were great, but I'm happy they're focusing on the actual show itself. That's what we all wanted. They're giving us more music. They're giving us more everything. But I never thought I'd say this. But right now, Smash is better than Glee. Really, Smash is a lot better than Glee right now, because Smash has consistent storylines, has great characters, it has very fun musical numbers, hopefully a very great season. I know it will be. And then they say we have to wait till February 19th. I know the State of the Union thing is going on, but couldn't they have premiered this like February 19th and then get it over with so we would have had another episode? I guess the reason they did 2 episodes was so that way, that would have been the episode we would have watched last week. That would have been the episode. But I definitely feel like this episode works better as one big episode. Also, the other thing I forgot to talk about, they have an intro. They have an actual intro. The whole cast is together in this intro, and I love it. I love this intro. So really, I cannot wait for the rest of these episodes. Let me know what you guys thought of Smash. Did you prefer the second episode, the first episode? I really thought the first episode was musically driven, and we didn't really see Jennifer Hudson in this episode. I think we're only going to see her in a few episodes. Hopefully they'll make her a series regular, though, because I love her character. But I felt like the first episode was very fun, very happy, and the second episode was more about getting to know the new characters, which we definitely did. So that's it for this review of Smash Season 2, The Fallout. What do you guys think of all the changes? Do you like how much they revamped the show? I personally love it. I think it's going to be going great. I love that they're focusing more on the show. That's it for this video. See you guys in the next video. Bye. And down below is that amazing promo that I was talking about. So see you then. Bye.